Okay, guys, tonight I'm going to be talking about vanilla. Vanilla is my absolute 100% favorite note in fragrances. There is nothing like vanilla. I might sound like a cliche, and there might be some people that disagree with me, but vanilla is the absolute best. Scent and the best notes in any perfume. It elevates any perfume. It makes everything more interesting and exciting for me. Um, so I have a ton of vanillas. I probably tried hundreds and hundreds of vanillas. I'm a sucker for vanilla scents. I'm always looking for new vanilla scents. It's literally never enough. I have quite a few in my collection. I'm going to go through them for you. Um, I'm going to try to rank them, but again, it's very difficult for me to rank them because I love all of them. Obviously, that's why I have a full bottle for them. But I'm going to talk about the ones maybe that are not as exciting first, and then as we move up, obviously, I'm going to be talking about the ones that excite me the most. So I'm going to start with one that is very popular. It's very affordable, which is Keali 28. It's a vanilla extract scent. It's not overly sweet. It's not like a dessert type of vanilla. It's it reminds me of cooking when you're cooking or baking and using vanilla extracts in your baking, in your cakes and cookies. That's what it smells like. Now, remember, when you first buy this bottle, you need to let it rest. You need to put it on the shelf. You have to let it sit. You have to let it macerate. It needs months and months and months. It needs to get really, really dark, almost black, when you can actually feel and sense and smell the real essence of it. So I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. I love it. I have nothing against it, but again, there's so many good vanillas out there. It's very hard to rank them. Another cheapy option for you is Cream of Clouds. It's in a really tacky bottle. I'm not a fan of dupes at all, by all means, but if there is a good dupe, I go for it. This is a dupe of Theodoros Kalanitis something. Um, Not the cotton candy one, but has another one similar. I believe it may be the cotton candy one. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the brand. I have not bought anything from the brand. I did want to try it, but I saw this and it's very cheap. It's like under $40. You can buy it on Fragrance Net. It's very sweet. It's gourmand. It's super sweet. It's almost headache inducing to some people. For me, this is lovely because I do love sweet vanillas. I love all kinds of vanillas, but it is definitely the one when you put on, you're gonna smell this from 200 miles and people around you will smell it. So be very careful when you apply it. Then we have vanillas from the same line. I mentioned them together just because it's easier to go through them. Maybe I rank them by my from favorite to least favorite. So we have Atelier that's Ours. I love that their bottles because the bottles are beautiful. There's this little shiny gold flakes swimming in them, which makes the bottles so much more interesting. They can clog the sprayer, so you have to be careful or watch out for that. Um, First, I'm talking about Nove Vanilla. So Nove Vanilla, I did not like at first. I purchased a full bottle. I blind bought it. I buy everything, and I smelled it, and I just smelled this very strong mimosa on the top. And at first, I did not like that. It was very sharp. It was very piercing. But the more I tried it, the more I became addicted to the scent. As it dries down, that mimosa is kind of dissipating from the scent, and then you're left with this gorgeous vanilla. Another one from the line, which I also had some reservations about, was Rouge Soleil. Although Rouge Soleil is a more pleasant, deep vanilla scent, but is very, very spicy. It's super spicy. It's almost like it smells like holiday time, Christmas market, Christmas wine when you cook it up with all kinds of spices. I like it. I'm not saying it's the absolute favorite vanilla I have ever smelled, but I do enjoy this and I use it frequently. Another one from the line is Lune Theline, which is again a very different kind of vanilla, a little bit animalic. It has a little bit of an oily note. A lot of people pick up on some type of oily note when you first spray it, but I don't really get that much of that. Maybe a little bit. It's a little bit on the animalic side, but as it dries down, it's the most beautiful deep vanilla again, just like the other sisters from the brand. Um, Next up, I have a bottle from a brand that has several vanillas. It's Francesca del Oro. These bottles are very unique. It's fitting into your hands. It's beautiful the way it opens and sprays. I enjoy that. She named each bottle, each vanilla, after a particular hour. So it's vanilla 8, it's vanilla 12, vanilla 24. I had a couple of the bottles. I enjoyed vanilla 12 the most, and I kept the bottle. It kind of smells like dried fruit, a lot of dates or some type of sweetened dried fruit that is sitting out in the sun mixed with that little vanilla. It lingers when you put it on. It actually stays on you and you could smell it for a very long time. I like this one. And of course, we have a classic. Who doesn't know this one? Actually, we could mention the two almost together. One is Bianco Latte, one of my most favorite perfumes. I actually happen to like the lotion more than the perfume. They're selling the same scent in body lotion. The texture is beautiful. It actually stays on your skin. You could smell it. You could layer it with perfume after a shower. It is a beautiful scent trail. The perfume is similar. There's a little bit of a plasticky, little bit of artificial note that lingers around. It's lactonic. If you can move past that, it is really beautiful and it's strong. It's projecting. It's a really, really nice vanilla. And its sister, really, they always mention these together, Blanche Bate, Liquid as Imaginaries. I like the brand. I like this perfume. It's iconic. It has a little bit of a tuberose underneath, but you can't really make out the tuberose. It just gives that extra oomph to the vanilla. So it's not straight up sugar because it's a very sugary, dense type of scent. But it is a signature scent for a lot of people who love vanilla scents. Next one is a newest acquisition. It's Fugazi's Vanilla Haze. The reason why I'm not putting it higher on the list is because the projection and the strength is not there for me. Again, with vanillas, you have to be careful. You cannot judge them by you can't judge the book by the cover, right? So with vanillas, you have to wait and you have to be very, very patient. Vanilla ripens over time. I don't know if the oxygen that enters the bottle or maybe the alcohol evaporates a little bit, but it gets thicker over time. And as it gets thicker, it gets more rich and more of the aroma that they meant you to smell. So I have a good feeling that my Fugazi bottle will move up on the list as it rests and gets that time to macerate and become more thicker. It's actually like a caramel vanilla beautiful gourmandish scent. The next one, I love vanilla, and when you talk about vanilla, vanilla and marshmallow come together. One of my absolute favorite marshmallows is Delizia the Marshmallow. It's a small indie brand, Kaisi Perfumes. I love these little brands that make their perfume in their kitchen. They're very unique and very strong. There are two that are my absolute favorites. Delizia would be one, and the other one is Water Fluff. Water Fluff is a little bit higher on my list, but I'm gonna show them to you together. Water Fluff is literally always sold out. So when the girls, two girls are making these in their house, and then when they're ready to pump out a couple of bottles, they always have a restock alert, and then you can buy them. I have the 100 ml, but lately I haven't seen 100 mils on their site. They have the 30 ml and the 50. I kind of like the big bottles. I gravitate towards big bottles, so I always buy the biggest bottle from everything that they sell. I don't know why, I just enjoy holding them. I like big bottles. So I'm waiting for the next 100 ml, and then I'm gonna buy another one. This is another one that needs a little maceration time to see how the color starts to change from very light yellowish tint to darker honey. And when you see that honey, that darker honey, and sometimes even black, brownish black, that's when it reaches the full potential. That's when you want to use it. The next one up is a discontinued gem. It's Jimmy Choo's Vanilla Love. Vanilla Love is very difficult to find. I couldn't find it in the States, although since then I saw a few bottles. Some people maybe got bored with it or didn't think it was anything special, and they sold them on Mercari, on eBay, for a lot of money. This is like a relatively cheap perfume, or used to be back in the day, maybe like $100 or even less. But these days they go for like $300-400, and people buy them. It's a lovely vanilla. It's deep, it's spicy, a little bit resinous. It's like a burnt sugar-ish kind of scent. I adore it, but I only have this, and then I was able to snatch another backup bottle from England. It almost got lost. The customs took it, and it took a very long time for me to receive the bottles, but I have them and I'm very happy. It's a very good vanilla if you can put your hands on it. And the next one up is one that I absolutely adore. The scent is intoxicating. It's Givenchy M Flame. It's a spicy tobacco vanilla. It's very sweet. When you first spray it on, it's mesmerizing. It's really good. But the problem I have with this one, otherwise it would be much higher up on my list, is that it dies off very quickly. After maybe an hour or so, I can barely smell it, and I have to keep reapplying to be able to smell that beautiful scent that I experienced in the beginning. So if they had a way to make this a little bit stronger, a little bit more projecting, I mean, this could be a signature scent for any vanilla lover. The next one up is actually two that I want to present together because they're just so similar. One of them is Baby Cat. Baby Cat is one I hated. I absolutely hated when I first got my hands on. It has that heavy duty, oily, gasoline kind of note in the beginning that was very off-putting for me in the very first time I tried it. I had a bottle, I sold it, and then I put my hands on another one that people were raving about. Is Rosento Matteo number 5. So when I smelled it, it did remind me of Baby Cat. It was really like Baby Cat, but much smoother, sweeter, a little bit more tamed. And when I used it, it really nicely projects. It stays on your clothing, stays on your skin for a long time. After that, I felt, okay, so maybe it's time for me to revisit Baby Cat because I really like it. It still had that little bit of an oily residue, but once you be able to get over that, it becomes this resinous, deep vanilla in the dry down. And so after this, and after using this for a little while, I did get the new Baby Cat, which is now called the Raw Bourbon. I'm not sure. I read a lot of reviews how much, what's the difference between the OG and the new one. Some people swear there's not that much of a difference. Other people say that this one is a little sweeter, or that it lasts a little longer, or that the oily note is not that strong. I'm not sure. I still pick up on the oily note, but I love it at this point. I don't know how long it lasts. I think Rosendo lasts a little bit longer. I like to layer them actually. I put the two together and then it's beautiful. The next one in the line is Vanilla Tana from Gritty, which is an Italian brand. I did try a couple of their other offerings. I wasn't blown away, but I keep tasting them, trying them, figuring them out until I have the final verdict. The vanilla is absolutely breathtaking. It's sweet. It's gourmandy, again, as if it has some caramel or burnt sugar. It sits on your skin. It reminds me a little bit of vanilla West Indies, the St. Bart's vanilla that a lot of people talk about. I did have a bottle. I actually just sold it this week. I did like the scent. It's a very pure, natural kind of vanilla, maybe a little bit too sugary. But I still liked it. It reminded me a lot of Gritty. The problem that I had with the West Indies vanilla is that it's very, very oily. So when you put it on your skin, you actually see a blotch of oil, and it does not go into your skin for a while. So you can really use it on clothing. It stains the clothing, and I really don't enjoy that feeling of oiliness on my skin. It's just not a nice feeling. I don't want my perfume to behave that way. Then I have one that a lot of people love, and it's a signature scent for a lot of people, and it's Queening from Mind Games. I love Mind Games. A lot of people criticize that it's like a newbie brand, that they're dupes or they're not that good. I love them. I do have a lot of their offerings, which I may review in a different video. Queening was one that I had a long time ago. I sold it, and then now I'm revisiting it again because I just realized this more recently that vanillas really, really need to sit. So you cannot judge it just from buying it, spraying it real quick, and then moving on to the next thing. It really requires patience, a lot of patience and time. So this one is starting out with some type of a fruit. I believe it's a green apple, and I'm not crazy about the apple note in perfumes. I'm not jiving with it. It actually takes away from the pure vanilla that I adore so much. But once it dries down on the skin, it actually becomes a true cute vanilla. The problem again I have is longevity. It's very weak. You put it on, and then like an hour later, you're looking to smell yourself and you cannot find a trace of it. Again, I'm going to let this rest and revisit it at a later time. Similar to this, similar situation that happened to me with Narcoticas, Happy Dust. Happy Dust, a lot of people love it, a lot of people rave about it. When I first bought it, I smelled it, and honestly, I didn't smell a thing. I didn't know what I was smelling. It was a very, very faint type of vanilla scent, and I let it rest. It's been resting for almost a year now, and it became the deepest, cutest, sweet vanilla that I have. I usually bathe in this. I put it all over my skin. It smells really good on the skin. You can put it on clothing. It shows itself both ways. I enjoy putting this on for the night before I go to sleep. I use perfume for all occasions, for work, to work in the garden, cleaning my house, or go to sleep. I have perfume on all the time and always something different. Vanillas are usually my bedtime scents, or when I want to relax my mind. And this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. Don't give up on this when you first buy it. Let it rest and revisit it. Just put it on the shelf, use other things, and then reach for it in a few months. You're not going to regret this. Another one that I really, really love is more of a caramel vanilla. It's Mason Mataha's Escapade Gourmand. Um, People criticize this as well, that it's artificial, that it has a lot of the caramel and it's too much, it's sickening, it's this or that. I love this. If you're really a gourmand person or a vanilla, true vanilla lover, you will love this. This is a powerhouse. This is the kind of vanilla, I'm not sure, maybe because of the caramel notes that they put in here, that immediately, as soon as you open it, this projects, this stays with you. You spray on 3, 4, and you're good to go. Everyone will smell you. You will smell this forever and ever. So you see the dent in the bottle. I use this a lot, quite a lot, at some point. Now the next one up is a classic. Again, from here on, ranking does not really matter because they're all amazing. The ones before are amazing too, but if I have to rank them and I have to put them in order, you know, the true masterpieces I'm going to talk about next. So one is a classic Vanilla Diorama. It's a classic Dior. I love Dior. I have a lot of Dior perfume. I will rank them. I will talk about them at some point. Vanilla Diorama, I believe, is going to be discontinued, or those are the rumors. I bought myself a backup bottle. You would think that these huge bottles, the 250 mls that they had in the old days, are impossible to use up, and you cannot use it up because it's just too much perfume. Well, let me tell you, I have Tobacco Color, which is my signature scent, top signature scent. I used up a whole bottle. I bought an early edition 250 ml, and maybe this much is left. I used it in one season, in one winter season last year or the year before, I don't know. I have backups, don't worry, but it is absolutely possible to use up a bottle like this if you're a perfume lover like me and you like to wear perfume all day. This one is a deep, very resinous, spicy, deep vanilla. You put it on, it is kind of projecting. It's not a powerhouse. It's not going to make itself known to the neighbors, or you know, it doesn't arrive to the room before you, but it is nice. It is very comforting when you wear it. Another one of my favorite vanillas, a very unique kind of vanilla, is Nishani Ani. It is, I don't even know if I would consider this a vanilla perfume. I know that they are considering it as vanilla. To me, this is spices. It's the spiciest scent that I own. Um, I did not, I don't remember exactly the notes, because this video is not really a review of individual perfumes. It's more just a bunch of vanillas that I enjoy and I want to share. This is just spices, a ton of spices, but the way it dries down on your skin is to die for. It is considered a spicy vanilla. Now, next up is a masterpiece. It's overseas again, from a niche brand called Amiris, Churchy, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and it's Angel's Bread. I have tried several of the brand's offerings. You can have them shipped from Italy. You have to pay a little bit of duty and a little bit of shipping. The more you order, the less the cost. So some people on the internet get together in groups and they order together, and then it's less shipping and less everything. I just ordered a couple of bottles. I honestly didn't like the other ones. I think I tried the Zucchero Filato and maybe one of the other one. They were super artificial. They were kind of off to my nose. I did not enjoy them at all. This one is a true masterpiece. If you like marshmallow scents, like you like the marshmallow water fluff, if you love this type of scents, this is kind of the mixture of all of them. So whereas the water fluff is more of a pure marshmallow vanilla, the Delizia is more of a burnt, roasted, toasted marshmallow. This is everything, pure, burnt, vanilla, everything together. It's really truly intoxicating if you're into this type of scents, and it's strong. It's projecting. It stays with you on clothes and on the skin. The next one up is also a huge love of mine. I have two backup bottles with the latest drop. I actually purchased 200 ml from France, and I purchased one from the US when they dropped the last release. And I also have a low partial that I always put in the videos. I have the other two, but I just, for some reason, I just I just grabbed the low partial, but I do have a big one. In the other video, I talked about the fake ones, which are not curved. The new ones are all curved. So this is an interesting vanilla scent. Some people complain about it that it's not really strong, or they can't really smell anything. Again, this is the type of vanilla you have to be patient with. When you purchase it, you need to put it on a shelf and maybe pick it up 6 months later. This one has macerating for a long time, has been macerating for a long time. You can smell it. It's a very, very, very elegant, smoky vanilla. The smoke is literally perfection. It's not too smoky, it's not too sweet, it's not too much of anything like all Celine perfumes. It's just elegant. When you put it on your skin, I usually put a lot on my neck, on my wrists, on my skin, on my arms, and you just let it sit. You smell it the whole day. It lingers. It gives you this beautiful scent bubble. I don't know if other people could smell it. I don't really care what other people smell, to be honest. I do perfume for me. But it is worth a try. And when you get a bottle, don't get rid of it so fast, because it's actually a beautiful masterpiece. The next one up is, for me, a huge classic. Again, I will always love this. It's one of my signature scents, and it's Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This is everything. This is everything in a bottle. A vanilla lover will love. It's sweet, it's spicy, but the spices, when you first put it on skin, yes, it is spicy, and you smell the spices first. And people that are a little shallow with their perfume will just give it a sniff and say, this is not even vanilla, it's just a bunch of spices and it's giving me a headache and it's masculine and this and that. But I'm telling you, when you spray this on, you spray it on your neck, or in the wintertime, like you wear a turtleneck and you put it on your neck, and that turtleneck sucks in the juice, and you're sitting with it, you go to work, you go to the store, whatever. Throughout the day, it is intoxicating what you're smelling, that scent trail that you create around you, and you leave behind. Even when you leave a room and you walk back into the room, you still smell yourself, you smell your perfume. And it's just this amazing deep vanilla. As the spices calm down a little bit, it just gives that extra edge to the vanilla. It becomes less spicy. It's just a truest, sweetest kind of vanilla that I enjoy so much. Now the next two are my top vanillas. Tom Ford as well and Celine as well, but these are the last two that I will be talking about. One is Angelique Noir from Guerlain. I have a lot of Guerlains. I will talk about them in a different video. This is the old bottle. I have two old bottles. I actually had a vintage bottle with a little bit of a puff sprayer, but I sold that one. I realized I have way too many Angelique Noirs. I also have a 200 ml from the new edition, which I'm just waiting to macerate right now. This one is a very, very unique vanilla. It's something I have never experienced before or after. There's no vanilla like this in the market and never will be. And it's very simple. They added a little Angelica to the vanilla as a top note, which creates that green. They say it's green vanilla. First I smelled it, I was like, what am I smelling here? I don't get it. I don't know where's the vanilla in this. And then I put it on. just like I put it on now on my skin, and then we maybe went for a walk with the dogs. And as I'm walking outside in the fresh air, I keep getting these whiffs of perfume, and I'm like, what is this scent? And I realized it was Angelique Noir. And the way it dries down, the way that it melts into your skin, it's just the most beautiful deep vanilla. It's not spicy at all. It's sweet, but it has that angelica, that little green tint that they put on the top that just makes the vanilla smell stronger. It's kind of like how you put a pinch of salt into your cookies when you bake, and that pinch of salt is exuberating that sweetness and gives it a true aroma. So that's how Angelica works in this perfume, and it works wonderfully. Um, Last one and not least is Vanilla Planifolia from Guerlain. It's the extrait. I did not mention the classic, which I almost forgot about actually, SDV, the Spirituous Double Vanille, which I also have a 200 ml bottle of. It is absolutely incredible. I love it. It's